Salutations, everyone. This is Razor giving you guys some Pokemon talk. Sorry, I'm showing you Black Ops gameplay. It's really all that I could do. I mean, too bad I couldn't do some like Pokemon Stadium in the background or something, but I don't have my N64 with me anymore. So, you'll just have to make do. Talk about Pokemon X and Y, which dropped on the yesterdays. I mean, midnight for some people on Friday night. But I was not one of those people. Had some playoff baseball that I needed to watch, so I didn't actually get into the game until pretty late last night. And boy, is it awesome! It's everything I wanted it to be. So far, I'm only 2 hours into the game, but I chose Chespin. Go TeamChespin, like I mentioned in my emblem tutorial that I did of Chespin. He's the most adorable looking starter Pokemon, so I decided to go with him, and I think I made the right choice. Especially considering you also get two other starter Pokemon in the game. You get to choose between Fennekin, Froakie, and Chespin, and then you get to choose between Squirtle, Charmander, and Bulbasaur, and everyone gets a free Torchic. Just for free. You get it via the internet. It's a special gift that they just gave everybody, which is pretty cool because I mean obviously they have a Mega Evolution for Blaziken, so they needed everyone to have a Torchic in order to have that Mega Blaziken. So that's how they decided to do that, which is pretty cool. You get 3 starter Pokemon right out of the gate, which is crazy. You got an amazing team very, very quickly. I mean, they have to beat the first gym, which is really easy if you have a Torchic, because the first gym is a bug, and if you got Torchic, you just Ember the fuck out of those people. And it's really cool. All the starter Pokemon have a stab move, which I knew already, but it was really surprising when I took Chespin to his first fight, and he's got Vine Whip, and I was like, oh shit, he's got Vine Whip already? This is awesome. I fucking love Vine Whip. And, Froakie's got Water Gun, and Fennekin's got Ember, obviously. So they all have a stab move, which is pretty nice, evens things out. And I chose Squirtle as well. So I have Chespin, Torchic, and Squirtle. Those are my Grass, Water, Fire. It just makes sense typing wise, since you get a Torchic no matter what. To not pick Fennekin or Charmander. Obviously, a lot of people like Fennekin, especially, the females in the Pokemon community. But, and a lot of people love to choose Fire. That's obviously the most popular choice in every version. Charmander is not an exclusion to this rule. Everyone loves Charizard, including myself, and everyone chooses Charmander. I mean, I'm a Bulbasaur guy myself, but I already chose Chespin, so I had to go with Squirtle here because you get a Torchic, so you get a Grass, Fire, and a Water. So that's pretty cool. And I've only a couple hours in. I beat the first gym, got myself my Squirtle, and the first Pokemon that I caught was Pidgey, which was awesome because that was the first Pokemon I caught in Blue version 14 years ago, and it's pretty cool. I got my Pidgey. I've always had a stable Pidgey on my team. At least, the beginning of my team. Also, my Silver version, Pidgey was, I don't know if it was the first, no, it wasn't the first Pokemon I caught in Silver, but, it was part of my team, because, you need a Pokemon that can fly, eventually. You need a Pokemon that can fly, to travel you to places. And I know you can ride on Pokemon in X and Y, and that's going to be fun, but I don't think you'll be able to transport, as fast as if you were flying on a fucking giant bird. But, some of the other Pokemon that I've seen are kind of cool. I've actually taken a look at the Pokedex of Pokemon XY, and some of these new Pokemon are fucking retarded. There's a new Pokemon that's a set of keys. Just a set of keys. A giant keychain loop with a bunch of keys attached to it, and one of those keys has eyes. It's like, really? Are they that out of ideas that they are going to a set of keys? It's like, what's next? Brave Little Toaster? But I digress. It's a fun game. I like it so far. Oh, by the way, caught myself a shiny Pikachu. That's right, I caught a shiny Pikachu. My first day, I encounter a shiny Pokemon. It's the first shiny that I've ever seen. Being a a blue and yellow version user myself. I really didn't know anything about shiny Pokemon until I started playing Silver, and then I was looking up online about the Pokemon in Soul Silver, and there's these shiny versions. So I was like, what the fuck is that? So a shiny version, for those of you who don't know, a shiny Pokemon is any Pokemon can be shiny, and they get a different coloration. So for Pikachu, he's a darker yellow than the regular Pikachu, and for other ones, they're different colors. Like this one that's usually blue will be green, or yellow will be bright yellow, or something like that. So that's what a shiny Pokemon looks like, and what's different about it is it's incredibly rare. You have a 1 in 4,192 chance of encountering a shiny Pokemon on any given encounter. Wild, obviously. And I never saw one in my days in Soul Silver, and most people will go through their Pokemon career without encountering a shiny Pokemon even once because of how rare it is. 1 in 4,192 chance of encountering a shiny Pokemon, and I encountered one on day 1. I was not even 2 hours into the game. So here's the story. All right, so I caught a Pikachu, a regular Pikachu, in just outside the forest, on my way to the first gym. And I was going through the town, talking to everybody. So, talk to everybody. Some of them will give you free shit. Some will, tell you some stuff. And some will give you some quests or some trades. And there was this one dude who was like, hey, I'll give you a Farfetch'd for a Bunnelby. And I already had a Bunnelby, but I was like, I've been waiting 14 years to have myself a bunny Pokemon, so I'm not going to give up this one. So I was like, I'll catch another Bunnelby, and then I'll trade. Because I wanted a Farfetch. I like Farfetch. Ducks are awesome. And even if Farfetch isn't the greatest Pokemon, he's a duck, and he's adorable, and he's unique, and I wanted him. Even though they're a wild Pokemon, 200 feet away from my house. I didn't know that at the time, but I wanted myself a Farfetch. I was like, okay, I'll go catch another Bunnelby. So I went back into the forest, catch myself a Bunnelby, and I see this, and I have my own Pikachu out to level him up because he was only level 3 at the time, and Chespin and Torchic were already higher levels. So I was like, all right, I'll just use my Pikachu. Since he's a low level, he'll be able to attack this Bunnelby without making it faint, and I'll capture it and I'll trade it for Farfetch'd. So I go into the forest and I encounter a Pikachu, and this Pikachu was darker colored than mine. I was like, what? Is this an alternate color? Is this when Ryu fights another Ryu? They have different colors to distinguish them. Even if it's just a slight difference. But I was like, no, wait a minute. It could be one of these shiny Pokemon I've heard about. Because I know that they have a different coloration. So I was like, oh my gosh, is this thing shiny? So I was like, I'm being really careful. Since Pikachu only knows Thunder Shock, it's not going to do a lot of damage against another Pikachu. So I just did that a couple of times to whittle it down. And I caught it. And it's a shiny Pikachu. It has a little star. If I can, I'll show you guys the picture right here. It has a little star next to it, and whenever you throw it out in battle, it sparkles for a little bit. So that's how you know it's shiny, and it's really cool. It's a female. It's I forget what nature it is, but I don't know what the whole nature thing is all about, anyways. But whatever. So it was really cool. Really rare Pokemon that I got. And it's a Pokemon that everyone loves. Everyone loves Pikachu, and I love Pikachu. So Pikachu's going to be part of my team right now. For now, I got my Squirtle. I got my Torchic, who's evolved already into Combuskin. And Chespin is 97 experience away from evolving into Qualidin. And I got Squirtle, obviously, who's just going to be Blastoise. But it's going to be weird. Trying to figure out what my team is going to be, because Chespin evolves into Chestnut, which is grass fighting. For those of you who don't know what Chespin evolves to, Fennekin evolves into Delphox, which is fire psychic, and Feroki evolves into Greninja, which is dark water. And Torchic obviously evolves into Blaziken, who's fire fighting. So I already have 2 Pokemon that are part fighting, but I wanted a Lucario in my team, and I'm right about to get a Riolu. Which is really cool. You get him right outside the first city, outside the first gym. So it's because my last team in Soul Silver was lacking a fighting type, and I really wanted a Lucario, but I wasn't able to get one. But I want a Lucario in this team, but that'll be 3 Pokemon that it's part fighting. So I don't know. I really know what to do. Squirtle, Chespin, and Torchich are obviously going to be in my team for a while, and I have a shiny Pikachu. He's going to stay in the team for a while. I have a Bunnelby and a Pidgey, but I'm going to get myself a Riolu and see where it goes from there. Definitely going to want to get a Sandshrew because Sandslash was the first level 100 Pokemon I ever got in Blue version, and he was unstoppable. Nobody could beat him. He was the best. And as well as some other great Pokemon, new and old, that I'm going to be on my team, or at least, for some period of time. So hope you guys enjoyed. Sure, leave in the comments section below who you chose, who's going to be in your team, and what are your thoughts on everything, saying how jealous you are that I caught a fucking shiny Pikachu in my first day. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.